Hi guys, this is Holiday Inflatable Fanatic, and today I have a great video for you guys because in front of me I have the 2022 Nightmare for Christmas Clown with the Tearaway Face Airblown Inflatable by Gemmy. This thing is absolutely awesome. I'm still shocked that they actually made this thing. I really wasn't expecting for them to go anywhere beyond Dr. Finkelstein and the Mayor. I really thought those would be like the last, new characters that they would make for the movie. But this was certainly a pleasant surprise, so I had to pick this up as soon as I saw it, even without even knowing what it looked like before we even had a picture of this guy. I knew I had to pick this thing up. And I'm just hoping for in the future we get some other, characters, maybe like the werewolf, the Harlequin demon, the guy with the axe in his head, Behemoth, I think that his name is, or, characters like those, because that would be awesome. So, I think you guys know me by now, but, I did go ahead and modify this thing. You guys can probably tell a few differences already from the box to this, but I'm gonna go ahead and inflate this thing, and then I'll tell you some of the modifications and changes that I made. And I think the most noticeable one being this little pull-out base fan that I added to this thing. So let's go ahead and inflate it, and then we'll discuss some of the changes as I said. There he is. So he is gonna lean a little bit since I have him on top of the rocks right now. The grass is wet. I believe the sprinklers just went on. But here he is in all his glory. He looks fantastic. This is my first time actually seeing him in the daylight, and he looks even better than how he looked inside last night when I first inflated him. Well, yesterday when I first inflated him. So I think it's easier for me to describe some of the changes if I have the box in my hand, just so we can compare. So the first off, the most changes I made were to the face. So the eyes were originally a blue outline, as you can see on the box, and now they are a purple outline, and a very similar purple to the polka dots on his jacket. And his actual eyes are now yellow instead of the white that it was originally. And all these changes I made are movie accurate. That's why I made them in the first place, because there were some things off with this guy, and I just wanted to make him look as close as he does in the movie. So if you look up a picture of the clown with the tearaway face on Google or something like that, you can see, why I made some of these changes. One that's very distinct are the eyebrows. The clown does have eyebrows in the movie. It's a little hard to tell, but I know on all the other Disney merchandising, so they made Department 56, the Village Company, they made a little accessory for this guy, and he had eyebrows. There's a stuffed animal that Disney has made, and he has eyebrows, so he does have eyebrows. It's just in certain pictures on Google, it's a little hard to tell, because that's what I was referencing when making this thing. But he does have it at the end of the day. It really gives him a lot of character and just fills up a lot of that space on his forehead. It just makes him feel, I guess, more natural. And I don't know. As I said, it just adds a lot to the character. Now I added the two little lines, I guess you could say, on the ears. Just to give his ears a little bit more detail. Really wasn't necessary, but I thought it looked good. Before I went ahead and did all of this, I did sketch it out on a, I just photoshopped it together. I'll insert that photo of that right now so you guys can see. So I referenced that along with, actual photos of the character while making this thing. And I obviously did that because I just wanted to make sure that these changes that I were going to make, I will ultimately be happy with how it looks when it's done. because, you know, the last thing I would want is for me to do all this stuff and then still be disappointed in how it looks, or for me to be to think that I made it worse, or, you know, something along those lines. And then going down to the belt, I had this inner purple star to his belt. You can see the strokes of paint. And I added a little X on the chicken's face. I really didn't need to do that, but I figured with me having all this paint out, I might as well. And I think my favorite change is the inflatable nose that I added. Was originally a screen printed nose, which really bothered me a lot, but I just love it now because when you go from the side, you know, you can see obviously the dimension the nose has, and plus it just looks so much better. Even from, you know, the front perspective, you know, you can still tell that it has dimension and form to it. I don't know, I think it makes a big difference. But yeah, that's pretty much all the changes I made to this guy. I guess cosmetically, specs wise, I did add a base fan obviously to it, which I just put it through the little cheap fan hole, and I gave it 4 C7s, I believe, if I remember correctly. 1 in the pumpkin and then 3 in the actual clown itself. When the Nightmare Before Christmas scene from Walmart comes out, the one with Evil Teddy and the snake, I'm gonna replace the pumpkin with the snake, so I'll put that there and I'll pop that C7 right into the snake. And then this thing should be complete, unless, you know, anything changes with that plan. But besides that, that's pretty much it with this thing. I mean, I absolutely love it. I mean, I think it looks much better with how it looks now than how it originally does. I took a picture of it last night. I did buy 2 of these. One as a backup in case these customizations did go wrong or something like that. I just wanted to have a backup, so, you know, I didn't have to run back to the store or go on a, you know, another hunt for this thing just to try to find another one. So I have another, I inflated next to it as a comparison, so I'll insert that photo now if you guys are curious. But I have no use for that, you know, other one now, so I'm probably just gonna return it and get my money back for it. But yeah, I absolutely love this thing. It works with my collection so well. It's proportional to the other pieces I have. It's proportional with Finkelstein, the mayor, even with the original Disney Store characters, so it's gonna look great this year. And before this video ends, let's take a little view of what this thing looks like in the dark with the C7s. It glows so much better. So we'll take a look at that now. Alright, so here it is, inflated in the dark. It looks fantastic. The C7s don't look as yellow as they do in person. They appear more white on camera, but it does have that typical C7 glow in person. It's just hard to tell off the camera. But yeah, that's gonna be everything for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think of these guys and some of the changes of this guy and some of the changes I made to it. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.